Welcome to College Method Engineering Ubongani Gumede. Today we'll be doing mathematics and for integration and for part 1 and basic rules and principles that you need to know, where n, c, and k are your constants. So integration is just the inverse of differentiation. So this sign means integration, and this sign we put it on the question, which is integration. Maybe we are asked to integrate 2. We have to multiply by dx. Every time we put dx, then this sign is equal sign, you know it. So if we are asked to integrate a constant, we just multiply by x, then we say plus c. We add the c always after integrating. So if you are asked to integrate 2 dv, then we just multiply the 2 by v, then plus the constant. Then let's look at something called the power rule. So the power rule is basically when you have x to the power of a constant, then just say x n plus 1 over n plus 1, then plus c. Remember I said we add the c after integrating. And there's one thing that I want you to know. In differentiation, we say minus 1. But here, because of the inverse, we just plus the 1. So if we have a situation where we have a number, provided that your a is your constant, yeah, let's add a also. A is your constant also. So if you have a constant to the power of nx, a linear function, therefore our answer will be a nx, then divide by the derivative of nx, which is n, then ln of a. But remember that in differentiation, we will write it as a n x, then we will multiply by ln of a, then multiply by the derivative. But here we just take the whole thing, this one, then we just divide. So in integration, we are dealing with dividing. So if you have a situation like this, k e, then n x to the power of nx, then we just write it exactly as it is. Then we divide by the derivative of f of x. F of x is this one, and the derivative is n. So, but you know that in differentiation, we'll just write k e n x, then multiply by the derivative. But here we just divide. Remember what I said? We just divide in integration. Okay, now remember that on the power rule, I said if you, okay, let's just write it like x squared. Okay, if remember on the power rule, I said if you have something like this, you just if you have something like this, you just say x to the power of 2, then plus 1 over 2 plus 1 plus c. Yes, to the power rule. But what if what if you are given a situation where they say x minus 1? We know that it will be 1 over x. Okay, let's just not go there. Let's just write it like, let's apply the power rule. Okay, and we'll have x minus 1 plus 1, then divide by minus 1 plus 1 plus c, which is mathematically wrong because this will give us 0 and here we'll have 0. So what we have to do, if you have you are asked to integrate x to the power of 1, if it's in the denominator, or if it's like x minus 1, you have to do this. You have to say it's equal to, ln of x, then divided by the derivative of x. Oh, sorry for that, cameraman. Yeah, we have to say ln of x divided by the derivative of x, then plus c. If it's to the power of 1 and it's in the denominator, or it's just to the power of negative 1. So if we have sine dx, if asked to integrate, we'll say it's equal to negative cos cos x plus c, but remember, divide by the derivative of x. But if it was integration, you will multiply by the derivative. Then if we're asked to integrate here, we just it gives us sine x plus c, then over the derivative of x. Remember that top comma represent derivative. Therefore, if we're asked to integrate secant squared x, then we have tan x divided by the derivative of x. Then secant x, tan x, we'll have the integrated value of secant x divided by x derivative, the derivative of x. Yeah. Then if we have cosecant squared dx, we'll have my negative cot of x divided by the differentiate the derivative of x. Then also here cosecant x tan x will have negative cosec x divided by the derivative of x. So you will always be given these formulas in the formula sheet. One thing that they will never tell you is that they will never show you the derivative that you are dividing by the derivative. Let me show you an example. Okay, let's look at this one. Wait, let me write with a pencil my formula sheet. Okay, let's look at this one. You see what they did? They said it's equal to, they said e to the power of x is equal to e to the power of x plus c. But what if they here they wrote e to the power of 2x? Then you can say it's equal to ex. So that's where the tricky part comes. In the formula sheet, they never ever show that you divide by the derivative of x or of f of x. So always you must know that you are dividing by the derivative. You see from here, you just divide by the derivative. You divide by the derivative. That's one thing that they will never write in the formula sheet. But this is a formula sheet for N5. End of the video. Thank you for watching. I know I've forgotten to, on some of the principles, I forgot to add the plus C, but always add it. Always add the plus C after you're integrating. Thank you for watching and God bless you. Sharp, sharp.